The Mini. John Cooper Works Machina feels like a love letter to driving written with a thick marker and underlined twice. It is a one-off collaboration between Mini and Deus Ex Machina, the lifestyle brand that lives somewhere between surf culture, garage builds, and race paddocks. The brief is simple: celebrate feel over frills and strip the car back to the parts that make you grin. The result looks handmade but purposeful, as if a small team stayed late for weeks, test-fitted parts at midnight, and only signed off when it felt right from the driver's seat. Visually, Machina wears its intent on its sleeve. The white X on the roof announces the cross-collaboration while giving the car an instant identity from above. The nose is punctuated by a quartet of rally lights that look brilliant at dusk, and the grille and headlight surrounds are pared back for airflow and attitude. Fender treatments and a functional rear diffuser push the stance toward track territory, and the exhaust exits centrally like a proper hot hatch should. It is bold, loud, and a little cheeky, which is exactly the point. Open the door and the mood gets more focused. The interior trades plush convenience for feel and durability. Fabric pulls, exposed fasteners, raw plates where carpet usually hides, and a visible cage behind you reminding you that this Mini means business. Deep bucket seats hold you in place, and the harnesses say, "Get ready." Toggle switches are deliberate and satisfying to flick. The hydraulic-style handbrake lever sits close at hand, daring you to find a skid pad and make some art with tire smoke. Nothing inside is there to distract. Everything is there to engage. Under the hood, Machina draws from the John Cooper Works recipe: a turbocharged 2-liter, 4-cylinder, punchy mid-range, and an exhaust note that hardens as revs climb. In a world obsessed with spec sheets, Machina instead leans into response. That means strong throttle mapping, a quick steering rack that feels connected to your palms, and braking that rewards a confident, progressive foot. The figures are familiar to anyone who knows the standard John Cooper Works, but the way this car serves them is the special sauce. What makes Machina interesting is not just the parts, but the perspective. A lot of modern performance cars chase tenths with complicated aero and layers of drive modes. Machina chases goosebumps. It is about making the driver laugh out loud after a perfect corner, about feeling the chassis breathe on a rough back road, about finding rhythm and flow instead of chasing lap times on a spreadsheet. That is why the details matter. The view over the hood with the lights, the mechanical clack of switches, the gentle vibration that travels through the seat rails at idle. These are sensations that stay with you long after the drive. The Deus Ex Machina influence adds personality rather than gimmicks. The graphics are bold but not fussy. References to racing heritage are there if you look, yet the car never feels like a costume. It feels like something you could take to a morning cars and coffee meet, then drive straight to a track day, and then park at the beach at sunset. It carries that easy confidence that comes from knowing exactly what it wants to be. Because Machina is a one-off, it functions as a manifesto. Mini and Deus are saying there is room in this year for cars that make you feel instead of just measure. That matters. Plenty of fast hatchbacks can run numbers. Very few can make your pulse jump simply by walking up to them. Machina does. And in an era when many enthusiasts are split between internal combustion and electric power, this car quietly reminds everyone that character and connection are the real point. If this build speaks to you, you are probably the kind of driver who notices the way a steering wheel warms up in your hands, who takes the long way home even when traffic is heavy, and who thinks a slightly louder exhaust is a perfectly reasonable life choice. Machina is not here to be perfect. It is here to be memorable. If that resonates, you know exactly why this car exists. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss our next deep dive.